So people, poof. Keith Wellington and ISSA has taken a stance with regards to football, sports, everything in Jamaica that has to do with youth at the high school level. They have significantly taken a huge stance. How they do that? How did they do that? How are they going to do that? We'll be getting details. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, people, if you're here for the first time, and let's get cracking with the show. Alright, welcome people, welcome again to MG Sports TV. Hopefully guys are doing good. Hopefully everyone is doing totally fine. Hopefully you're having a good day as well. If you're watching this in the morning, evening, afternoon, good afternoon. My respect to you guys. Let me first of all take the time out to shout out to our channel members. First, the two channel patrons, Raymond Austin, Ravan Bennett. Channel members, the originals, Jeremy and Swaby, Rose Gold, David Beckham, Feather 5, Black Icon 40, Kyle Wallace from the Reggae Boyz Supporters Club, Lee Bell, Marsden Ricketts, Jamil Winter, Roca Reacts, Devon Hughes, Angelica Rivera, Ira Link Up, and D. Ellis Word. Also to our channel sponsors, SAP Sports. Check them out on IG at SAP Sports for all the latest football gears, accoutrements, every single sporting necessities that you will need. You can get it at SAP Sports. Now, let's get to the meat of the matter. So, you guys know I'm predominantly a football channel. Predominantly, like 100%. But this rule, this aspect of ruling that come out via ISSA certainly is going to affect the footballing. But not just footballing, it's going to affect sports in Jamaica in total, right across the board. It will affect sports in Jamaica right across the board. Not just football. But you know, once it involves football, I will say my little piece on it. Now, I won't say what I think now. I'm going to say what I think after the completion, but I wanted to hear from ISSA, the president himself. I want to hear what ISSA is saying and their thoughts on the situation and the reason why they are implementing these measures. Now, there's good to it and there's also a bad to it. This is a discussion that we have had on this channel for a long time. We have had long, lengthy discussion on it. Even both Shane, Billy, and I, we did so much videos that we have done on it regarding the same issue, especially in football, about the recruiting of student athletes to participate in Jamaica, the recruiting of student athletes outside of Jamaica to participate in Jamaica, and the limitations and how they affect people or students in Jamaica in that sense. Let's get straight to the meat of the matter. Let's get to what we're here for. All right. So let me turn this on so you're able to hear this. All right, so let's go straight. I'm going to read the article so you guys can see. As you can see, this is what the article says. ISSA to limit foreign nationals competing in high school competition. Now, Kingston, Jamaica, starting September this year. This is with immediate effect. My apologies. Immediate effect. Starting September this year, the Inter-Secondary School Sports Association, ISSA, will implement a quota system to limit the number of foreign nationals that can compete in high school competition under the organization's umbrella. President of ISSA, Keith Wellington, told the Observer Online on Tuesday that principals voted. So, for those who don't know, ISSA is a board of principals. Voted in January to put the system in place starting September 2023 when the academic year starts. The quota system will mirror that one, the one that was introduced a few years ago, restricting the number of students who transfer from one school to another to play sports. As I said, people have discussed this on lengthy occasions. The system will see 3 players each for football, cricket, and hockey. Two each for each class in track and field, 2 each for basketball and netball. So you know what's gonna happen now. The track category is gonna say why. So I'm gonna say the track and field and basketball and netball is gonna say why football and cricket and hockey get 3, but we only get 2. Yeah, you're going to hear those questions. However, there will be some exemptions such as children of Jamaican nationals who are returning to Jamaica, members of the diplomatic corps and foreigners under the age of 16 years old, according to ISSA head. It was also reported that approximately 100 foreigners, mainly from the Eastern Caribbean and as far as East Africa, represented schools at the recent ISSA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletic Championships. In addition, a number of schools added players from the Eastern Caribbean to their football team that participated in ISSA run competitions between September and December last year. Ouch! Wow. What does that mean? Alright, so let's hear what the president has to say about the situation. So listen, this is word of the president himself. Listen to this directly, people.
Well, it is not a proposal, it's a rule that has been passed by the executive since January 2023.
Is this only for champs or for all the sports?
It is. No, we don't make rules for one competition. All our rules apply across competitions. Well, the principals who make up ISSA would have asked for a review of the situation as it relates to the current practice of students coming from abroad ostensibly to participate in our competitions. The executive would have reviewed the situation as requested by its membership, and it was proposed that the students coming from abroad be included in the quota allocated to the different sports. And so students who come to Jamaica after age 16, they will be counted in the quota that is currently in place for students who transfer from one school to the other. The limitation will have to fit within the quota as has already been established. So as of September, the quota, it varies for each sport. So for team sports of 11, there's a quota of 3 for each team. And for track and field, it's 2 per class, while for the court games, it is 2 per team. So within the quota, each school may have all foreigners, or they may have mixed of foreigners or students transferred from another school. But the number in the quota is the maximum allowed.
All right, so you heard it for yourself. My perspective, last champs, you realize that some of the schools, I won't call a name, would have hosted quite a number of foreign internationals to represent them in categories, especially at champs, for categories. And also those nationals are winning a lot of trophies. Now, other schools, other principal, remember that ISSA is the principal of the schools to come together, the for ISSA. They would look at that and say, okay, so you are going out of your way because of the funding that you have. You're now at a greater advantage than us. And we are trying to do what we're doing with our kids that we have, kids that pass for our school and are participating in our school, and you guys are going out of the way. Now, I for one was one who said, okay, this is also an opportunity for other athletes overseas to come here and get that prerequisite skill set to perform at the elite level. I definitely defend that aspect as well. But I do believe with them coming together now, they are looking, said, okay, we can't have a competition and we have 1,000 athletes participating. And out of the 1,000 athletes participating, 700 of them are not from Jamaica, are not international athletes. And when you check it out, maybe local athletes only can receive a small portion. Not saying that's the case now. I'm just saying they're trying to avoid a situation like that, where you consistently push out the Jamaican born Jamaicans athletes, push them out and bring in international athletes. And when you realize that you have a team with no Jamaican athletes in it, comprised of total international athletes, so they're trying to move away from that. In the same sense, I understand the implementation of a quota that giving the opportunity to other international students that same opportunity. So they must be at the elite of the elite. Now, would you say that it's because of particular schools or organization, I would say, would have gone too far, would have caused this high level of implementation to come in and so stringent, so heavy blown like that. Would you say it's because of that? Now, what you're going to realize is going to happen from here is that the perspective of schools in competition, specifically sports competition, as we're dealing with, you're going to find out that some of the schools that were always up at this level, maybe just going to take a step back now. They will take a step back because they won't be able to go outside of their comfort zone and pursue these elite athletes from other nationals. And if we should be honest, it's a business. It's a business. It's a big sport. It's a big business. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. And with these schools spending that amount of money, they are seeing their returns. They are seeing their returns, and that's the reason why they spend so big. But in Jamaica, we don't necessarily treat sports like a business. That's just the truth. Tell us what your thoughts in the comment section, people. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section. But this will have a huge impact on schoolboy football. Certainly. The schools that you realize that the schools fielding players with 4 or 5 different nationals in the team, and people are gonna ask, hey, not only 4 or 5 nationals, but recruiting from other schools. I want to realize that certain players, certain teams have players from 5, 6 different schools, and when you look at it, maybe there's 2 players from that school in particular. So that's one to look for. That's definitely one to look for and try to understand. So it's a bigger scope. I wish I did a live video. I should have done a live video on this to give you guys a lot more a more detailed explanation of the situation. But in the comment section, tell us what you think about this. And this is actually this is gonna change the dynamics. It's gonna change the dynamics of what's gonna happen in September. And it's going to be interesting because I do know a lot of football teams who are in training right now, and this implementation is going to definitely affect quite a few of them, especially top teams. Anyways, people, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, go in the comment section, people, and tell us what you think about this one. This one is it's a shocker. It's really a shocker. And just in the football aspect of things, I do believe that a lot of these top teams will be affected hugely because most of their players aren't necessarily players that would have passed to have gone to their school or who have been going to their school. They have imported players. So let's see how they maneuver this one coming September. These schools are skilling up. These schools are skilling up. But blessings, people. Massive respect. Tell us what you think in the comment section. Hopefully, guys are doing good. And have a wonderful day. Big up, people. MG Sports TV. We are out. Boom. Music. What going on for music?